Hello and welcome. I'm Pratap Singh. You're joining us on this special interview on NewsX. We are in conversation with actor Randeep Hooda, but today in a new avatar. Yes, in an avatar as a co-owner as well of a sporting franchise for a new league that has been launched across the country. Yes, I'm talking about the Archery Premier League. He's come on board for the Prithviraj Yodhas team, the team that, of course, represents Delhi. Randeep, welcome. Thank you for being with us and congrats on this new acquisition.
Well, thank you for having me. I think it is a great initiative by the Archery Association to start a league system in the sport of archery, which is a very much indigenous sport for us Indians. It is used to be the prime weapon, I guess, and a lot of mythological things are also attached to it. Today is Dasera, and Dasera is not complete without the bow and arrow where we shoot into the belly button of Ravan to get rid of all the evil. So it's a great
Yes.
auspicious day to start this league. And being a part of it, I really feel like with the equestrian sports as well, that the lesser known sports should come up. And we've done internationally so well in all competitions with archery,
Mhm.
but we've never won the Olympics. And I really feel that having a league system or a league competition like the IPL has produced such a big talent
Yeah.
pool of young cricketers who are exposed to international players, international matches. So similarly, I think Archery Premier League we have got in in Prithviraj Yodhas. We have got world number one, world number six, world number 10 from
Okay.
Mexico. And so when they are with the team, they're guiding the young people, the
Yes.
young girls from our team, and so that will also give them exposure, and hopefully we'll have enough talent pool to pull more medals internationally. Any
Okay.
league in any country, it just gives birth to a larger pool of athletes, and in this case, archers. So I'm really
Yeah.
looking forward to be a part of it, and I'm very glad I co-own this team with Mr. Vikas Garg. And my wife as well,
Mm.
Lynn, who was herself an archer. She
Okay.
was a national level archer. She used to be in the Tata Academy in Jamshedpur till
Wow.
she injured her arm and she couldn't play anymore. But yeah, so it's her father was a chairman in the Archery Association.
Okay.
So it's something which holistically just fell into place, and all of
I was
all.
just going to ask you that. I was just going to ask you that. We know your flair for riding
Hmm.
and for polo, but have you tried your hand at archery before,
Oh,
or will you now convince Lynn to teach you, perhaps give you some lessons?
yeah, well, that is the next plan.
Mm.
As kids, you're always playing with bows and arrows, those plastic ones that stick on the wall. So we've all played those games. And today I tried a bow. There's two kinds of bows,
Uh,
and these little girls play with them. And I tell you, my brother, I could not hold the bow for too long or pull the
okay.
string too hard. It is so tough.
Yeah.
But I hope this whole thing encourages more and more school level people to put this sport in their schools. It is not like polo where you need an extensive ground and stuff. And also, the Archery Association is providing the
Mm.
equipment, which is quite expensive as well. But
Yes.
aim is to have more ground level involvement with more and more students and
Mhm.
people who have the flair. I wish I knew about an archery
Yeah.
competition and places that I could go and learn as a kid. It would have
True.
been great sport, and it's a great sport of patience, sport of accuracy, sport of mathematics in a way. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, and you gotta. It's. I'm really glad, and I'm going to. I
Mhm.
think I'm going to buy a bow soon.
Okay. And let's hope then you do better than you did today, as you told us.
Oh
Okay.
yes, yes.
Now, just asking you, about sport in India as well. As you were saying, this is an indigenous sport for our country. We are seeing now, of course, the success of the sport as well. I mean, everyone knows, names like Deepika Kumari, they become household names. But how important is it to, further sport? There is, of course, a sporting culture that has slowly now come in, apart from just cricket in our country. Also, Prime Minister Modi has spoken on record about his seriousness to bid for the Olympics, to have it in India. I think we're serious about getting back the Commonwealth Games as well. But how important is it further to create this sporting culture so that our talents on ground who perhaps have the skill hone it further to win medals at the global stage?
Well, this league is one of those steps,
Mhm.
in my opinion, because there is no life without sports, and really, there's no sports without competition. When there is a league level thing and the competition, see, every sport, every athlete has to be exposed to more and more
Mhm.
competition to get the temperament, to get the things right, and at some stage they do get everything right and win medals and
Mhm.
stuff like that. So it's not just a day of the competition, but it's years and years of practice, of sacrifices by the family,
Mhm.
by the athlete himself or
Mhm.
herself. And so this sporting culture is very necessary. And whether you are competing professionally in a league or not, but you can always have competitions. Like
Yeah.
there are many sports which, our country somewhere forgot moved away from our traditional sports that in the villages, like kabaddi again is a very
Mhm.
indigenous sport, and the league has
Yeah.
done wonders to
Mhm.
to the sport. Similarly, in this as well, we are hoping that
Mhm.
more and more people join in.
Mhm.
It is a niche sport right now, but that's okay. Small steps make big journeys.
Okay. What was your favorite sport in school? Were you someone who was fond of sports firstly? And which was
I
your
went
favorite sport?
I went to a sports school, brother.
Of course, yeah. In Rai, yes, not to
In
forget.
Rye, I went to a
Yeah.
sports school. I started with swimming, um, but then I had bronchitis, and nobody understood that. They all thought that I was shirking my practice. But then slowly I joined other sports, and then finally landed on equestrian sports. We had
Mhm.
a very great setup of equestrian sports in Rye. So
Mhm.
there I started tent pegging to begin with. They're competing in the nationals for tent pegging.
Mhm.
And then as we grew older, in show jumping, and now
Mhm.
I'm still following that sport. Apart from my double knee injury last year,
Yeah.
I'm now recovered and I'm going to get back on a horse. I've got a new
Okay.
filly. She's about 4 years old, beautiful
Okay.
gray filly, warm blood, who I'm going to start training
Okay.
from scratch and hopefully be in the medal tallies again.
Okay. Great. Now you've joined the Delhi team. We know your connect for with Haryana, of course, but take us through your connect with Delhi. कुछ खास लम्हे जो आपने दिल्ली में
Well,
बिताए हैं.
this
Anything you
this
love doing when you come to the national capital?
this team is Delhi team, but it kind of covers the entire region,
True. True.
which includes Haryana as well. I
Mhm.
went to school in Delhi, in
Mhm.
DPS RK Puram for a couple
Mhm.
of years, and
Mhm.
I used to live in RK Puram
Mhm.
outside, and then in the hostel later on in class
Mhm.
12. A lot of my friends are in Delhi. A lot
Mhm.
of my Rai friends joined Delhi
Mhm.
University. So Delhi, and also, since it's so close to home,
Mhm.
it's always been more of a home than any other place. And I'm very
Okay.
glad. And the unique thing about this league is
Mhm.
the kind of names that the teams have. There are six teams, right?
Right.
So they're all the local warrior symbols, our cultural heritage
Mhm.
symbols, like
Mhm.
have been incorporated in the names, so
Mhm.
that it's a cultural thing as well.
Mhm.
Because and of the people who were great archers and great
Okay.
of their times. So
Yes.
Prithviraj Chauhan, which is after which Prithviraj Yodhas named, is famous,
Of course.
in the scene with blinded and still takes the arrow
Yeah.
and shoots up Dali. So there is a lot of cultural heritage as well
Okay.
attached to these teams and their names, and
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Well, you last couple of questions before we let you go. One, you've spent your Dussehra, of course, with the archers and the archery league. What plans for Diwali? Any plans as yet? Do you have a holiday from work? What do you normally do on Diwali?
Well, normally Diwali is spent at home. Now that I'm in the family way as well,
Yes.
so it's more so. Usually, I'm not much of a Diwali party card player or anything.
Okay.
So there's usually spent at home. Trying to console your dog from the crackers and
Yes.
and spend it with family. Eat lots of sugar and yeah.
Okay, nice. And then work it off later. Finally, then, you've spoken about Indian sport today. And speaking about, stories from India, that's something you're doing in your next project as well, Operation Kukri. Can you tell us something about that story? I know you're going to tell us more when the release comes closer, but it's a
Well, I
significant achievement that we had achieved.
Yes, people don't know about the accomplishments of the Indian Army
Mm,
across the world. I had sent a draft of my script to some of my Hollywood friends, and they
mhm,
liked it. But the first question was if we didn't know India had such a big and accomplished army.
mhm.
I mean, we were the largest boots on the ground in many on all UN operations, and
Yes.
the amount of sacrifices from my even my own family in World War One, World War Two, and subsequent wars that we've had with our neighbors. It is a very well-oiled, advanced, and traditional organization which very few people know about.
Mhm.
And the story is more about the UN peacekeeping. And coming from India, we don't attack anybody first, and we don't back down either. So it is a story which I want to tell the world,
Okay.
and our contributions to the greater causes through our army.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, more power to you for that. For the time being, happy festive season and wishing Prithviraj
Thank you.
Yodhas, your team, all the very best for the Archery Premier League.
Thank you very much. Thank you.